Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss part 2 of the chapter Federalism, class 10, Democratic Politics. Up till now in the first video we have discussed about the meaning of federalism, features of federalism and the related concepts of coming together, holding together, the two roots of federalism, the threefold distribution of the three lists. And now let us continue the chapter. How does India practice power sharing? How it is exercised in India? By creating linguistic states, which has made administration easier because they have a sense of belongingness amongst themselves and they feel one. New states have been created since 1947. No language has been given the status of national language by the constitution. We have official languages at the regional levels or the state levels. Restructuring of power sharing between the center and the state. Rise of regional political parties and coalition government has led to a new culture of power sharing. Very obvious, this is another way of sharing of power, that if one party does not achieve majority for ruling, definitely regional parties were becoming more important by bringing them in the government as a participant, and so the people at their level in the states also were now more active and participative. Threefold distribution of legislative powers as well. Linguistic states. Many new states have been formed, boundaries have been changed, people of common language have been brought together. States created on the basis of culture, ethnicity and geography had made the country united and administration was made easier. Basically, this is very obvious. If you find the oneness or a common factor among people living in a region, they will be bound and more comfortable with their positions, and the harmony among the people will be good. So, example is Nagaland, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand. Language policy. It's very important. No language has been given the status of national language. Central government can't impose Hindi on non-Hindi speaking states. It was very difficult when it was planned also for once, but it was opposed throughout the southern India and they could not implement Hindi as the national language. So now 22 languages have been recognized as scheduled languages. Center agrees to use English along with Hindi. So by this, flexibility was given, a bit of independence, a comfortable level was given to the different regional levels and states. Center-state relation. Central government cannot undermine the power of state or dismiss them. It is very important, and if it is hampered, this will definitely be a question mark on the structure of federalism, because if some of the times the central government is of some other party and the state government is of some other party, so if they pressurize or dismiss that government, that becomes a big question mark on the democratic features of that country. Coalition government, in which political parties cooperate, reducing the dominance of any one party within that coalition. The usual reason for this arrangement is that no party is able to achieve the majority. What brought about the real success of federalism in India? What were the factors? Because we have a very peculiar and specific kind of a democratic politics, and we had a good respect which was brought down by the constitution to us, and definitely the desire for living together. Let us check down some points. All the states in Indian Union do not have identical powers. Jammu and Kashmir had its own constitution. Many provisions of the Indian constitution were not applicable to this state without the approval of the state assembly, because of from the very beginning of the time of the origin only. So this state has been a very controversial area of governance. So a lot of things were different from the rest of the India, but now the government of India revoked the special status on August 5, 2019. and by this section 370 was taken away. A reorganization bill was introduced seeking to divide the state into two unions, divide the state into two union territories to be governed by lieutenant governor and a unicameral legislature. So now the status of Jammu and Kashmir is under the central government. How is federalism practiced? It is through the linguistic states, language policy, and the center-state relations. We have gone through all. What undermines the spirit of federalism? Where it hampers or actually stops the correct passage of federalism to move on. Center misusing the constitution to dismiss the state government that was controlled by the rival parties. That means to curb the functioning of the rival political parties. If the central government or any clashing governments keep on depressing each other, the function of the government will be hampered and people will be suffering. Coalition governments led to a new culture of power sharing and respect for the autonomy of state governments. Decentralization. What do we understand by decentralization? Because if we do not understand this meaning, we will not be able to understand the difference what we are going to study now. When the power is taken away from the central and the state government and given to the local governments. Why is it done? Because we wanted that the government should be efficient to the levels to the citizens. That means their participation, their approachability should be very high. And of course, in a country like India, which is vast and full of diversities, it must decentralize or give away some powers to the lowest levels so that participation of people as well as efficiency of the government could be increased. Wise, vastness of states in size and population, internally diverse, and there was a requirement for power sharing. Basic idea behind decentralization. Why do we want it? Solving large number of problems and issues at the local levels only, and they are able to understand also in a better way because they have an idea what the problems the people may be facing and what is the most feasible way of solving that problem. Better ideas on where to spend money and how to manage things efficiently. People's participation in decision making to realize one important principle of democratic local government. Now this is a 5-marker question. What happened in 1992? It brought in some very different aspects in the self-governance of the rural areas. So what was it? Steps taken for this by the constitution were: it is mandatory to hold regular elections to the local governments, reservation of seats for SCs, ST and BCs, 1/3 seats to be reserved for women. State Election Commission conducts the election. It is part of the regular election system and not different from the country's exercise. State government shares some power and revenue with the local bodies. Now let us discuss the Panchayati Raj system, the 3-tier system that was added. Local self-government at the rural level. Village level, Gram Panchayat is formed by the Gram Sabha, and it is headed by the Sarpanch. Then we talk about the block level, Panchayat Samiti, elected by Panchayat members, and a BDO office is there. Block Development Office. Then at district level, it is Zilla Parishad, formed by elected members and have members of Lok Sabha and MLA of the district. And the header is Zilla Chairperson. Then we talk about the local government at urban level. In towns, it is municipalities which take care of all these aspects in that region, in that area. Then municipal chairperson is the head. And in big cities, municipal corporations are formed for this purpose and mayor is the head. Now let us see what are the difficulties faced by the local governments. So basically, they are not still very effective. No doubt, a very good effort has been made by the government, but still a long way has to be covered up. Elections to the Gram Sabha are not held regularly. Meetings of the Gram Sabha are not held regularly and on time. Most of the state governments are not transferring powers and the resources. So this cripples the functions of the local government and does not allow it to exercise its full function and powers. So we must understand this was a landmark that the three-tier system was introduced, but still we find a long way to be realized for the ideal of self-governance in India. I hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.